They said he'd run a tractor or combine or a car until it quit, and then he'd just take it to the woods and leave it.
Oh, that guy there in Strawtown.
Yeah.
He had all kinds of old equipment up there.
Oh yeah, and they drug all some of them tractors out there, just with on the rims. And,
what was his name? Do you remember?
well,
Not really.
not right at the moment, no.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he was a lawyer out of Indianapolis, wasn't he?
Oh, was he? I didn't know.
I think so. Or else if that guy with that big brick house up there on the hill, just like north of Strawtown and the bridge.
Yeah.
That might have been the lawyer there.
Oh, you're probably right. Yeah.
But I don't know when he done the farming, but then the last few years that they farmed, why, there was another family living in there and then the farming.
I liked that big house up on top of the hill there past that bridge.
Yeah. I think they finally opened that back up.
Yeah.
See, that was closed for so many years.
Right.
And I think when it was, they opened that, somebody bought that, must have opened it back up.
Yeah.
Started living in it.
So there in Strawtown, that guy, he would run that farm equipment, and then he would just park it there. And wasn't it because there were like artifacts, wasn't there Indian artifacts or something on that land?
I don't know. All I know was I walked out through that woods, and there was still equipment out there, and there was an old ton truck or ton and a half truck with the bed off of it and just the frame. Yeah. And there's big trees growed up through
grew up through the middle of it.
That frame, right in front of the back tires.
Oh man!
And then there was another combine out in there that I seen that they didn't get out.
Yeah.
But they pulled out a lot of stuff from out back in there. Cars had the license plates on them back years ago and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Now, I heard they made a park out there.
Yeah.
Or something. Is that true?
Yeah.
There's a park out there now? That's cool. And then I always remembered that Strawtown Road going out there. Off to the side, there were these other roads, that one zigzagged and then zigzagged back. And they went through the fields. What was that? Did that used to be something, or was that just some roads that were...
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, when you're there in Strawtown...
Yeah.
And from 213, and you're heading west towards Cicero...
Yeah.
There were down on the side, like the road that I would drive on had been built up, it looked like. And then, but you could see down below, down on the sides, there were like these long, straight, looked like a zigzag. One went this way and then out that way. And I thought maybe that used to be an old road or something.
I suppose, probably. See, one time down there in Strawtown, well, and you come down 213 to the gravel pit.
Uh-huh.
And then that road right there going west.
Yeah.
Well, there used to be a bridge across there, but it finally caved in, fell in, so they closed that off, and whoever farmed it, he closed it off, and then made that road turn and go down around and come out there on 37, just right north of the bridge. And that's where that big brick house was at up there on that hill.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
But they built some new homes. Back a few years ago, they built some new homes on that road because I know Joe Hunter and his family lived on one of them houses, and Jim Moore and his wife on down a little bit farther. And who else. I can't remember who the guy, who his family was that done the farming.
Yeah.
And who he was. But I think he was something, I think out of Indianapolis. He worked in Indianapolis. And didn't do much farming in the later years.
Right. Yeah. Well, let's see. What else are we going to ask you about?
Sun today.
Yeah.
That used to be Startown. That used to be an Indian reservation right there.
Yeah.
That's why they named it Straw Town.
Was that Chief Straw? Was that what it was? Isn't that what they used to say? Chief Straw?
I think
Was that true?
probably a chief. I don't know. All I ever knew was the Indian reservation right in there, camp right along the river.
Yeah. Well, I think that's why there was supposed to be so many Indian artifacts there, arrowheads and all that kind of stuff. And I'm pretty sure they've made that into a park now, a nature trail.
That's on that road that goes from Strawtown to Cicero.
Yeah.
And when you come out of Cicero, and where that farm was at, where you sold all that stuff, in low ground there, then that's where the park starts.
I see.
Out of what all park was in there, and then something across the road. They put something in there, I think, or going to, or something.
Yeah.
And there used to be an old covered bridge along in there, I think, somewhere across the river.
Oh, yeah, I bet there was a covered bridge there at one time.
And you know, down there at Cicero, when you come out of Cicero, there used to be a covered bridge right there. You had to kind of make a left, I think it was, go through it, then back to the right, then up around the cemetery.
Oh.
And they took that, when they put in that dam, well, they took that bridge out. And made that road straight across from Cicero straight across the cemetery.
Yeah. And that, so that bridge was right there where that dam was, and it's not there anymore. But now, several years ago, they built a bridge a little further down, a little further south there in Clare.
Yeah.
Well,
Clare, I don't know. There used to be a bridge across there at Clare, a steel bridge.
Yeah.
There at Clare. And back when I was in high school, and two other boys had some girls over there on the river, I think that was called the Riverwood.
Yes.
Next to 37, that was Clare. We went across that bridge with water splashing over the floor of that bridge. You know
my
high
gosh.
That bridge was up way high.
Yeah.
But it had a big flood. But we didn't go back that way. They told us to go out another direction, out the back way and back over toward Cicero.
Yeah. That would have been flooded out. Yeah, that's huge.
I I don't know why they took that bridge out. Whether it got bad or what.
Yeah.
It was one right there at the dam.
Yeah. And then they went on down the top of the hill south of Clare, and they built a bridge there.
Well,
And then, isn't that where Betty Hill got killed or something? Or
no, that was over. That was on when you're on 37 south of Clare, and just what was it? You get to the top of the hill, then there's a road you turn in there.
Yep.
And going across.
Yeah.
And that woman or something, the pickup truck was going that road, and Joe and Betty, they was coming up up that round road, past that new church, and they was looking to see where, I don't know, it was one of Denny's, I suppose one of Denny's girls was getting married there.
Yeah, I don't know.
And they come up by there to see how it looked, where it was at and all that. And I don't know why and how from that church clear down to the road was a good little piece. How he didn't run off, looking back at that church, how he didn't run off that road before he got to the road that went over to 19.
Yeah.
But Joe was kind of funny. I don't know how he did when they was camping and he was driving that big Suburban and pulling that trailer going to Florida. I don't know how he done that. But after all that was over with, and they was having supper down there at that big restaurant there on 32. If you come into Noblesville.
Wasn't that Jim Dandy? Or was there something else in there?
I think it was something else. I don't think it was Jim Dandy.
Huh.
But anyway, the restaurant there. Well, he'd leave home and come down to that first road going towards Cicero. Get over there to that road, then it goes to that road that was Cumberland.
Yeah.
And he'd turn there and go way down, and that would, and then he'd get down to, I think that road that come around past Potter Creek, I believe. Somehow or another, he'd come around that way and get on down to, what was that, 32, that was coming into Noblesville. He'd go clear down there, that stoplight, and can come back to that restaurant and turn in, because it'd always be a right turn.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't. And they said, come right down 37 and turn right there. They'll let you in.
Yeah.
Left turn, they'll let you in. I don't. Then when he'd leave, he'd come out on that road and turn right, go down there square, turn over right, go clear back to that stoplight, takes you back to Cumberland. And then he turns around and does a trip like that by driving down the road and looking back at the church and run out in front of that car.
Yeah. That's too bad.
Yeah. Why in the world did they stop?
Yeah, you can stop and look at that church.
Church pulled in the parking lot.
Now, was Betty in pretty bad health like Mom was, or how was she?
No, I don't think so. I think Betty was pretty good shape because she was still driving, you know. Take Mother down to Walmart to play bingo. They went to other places.
Yeah.
I think she was still in pretty good health, and so was Joe.
From what you were telling me yesterday, it sounds like Mom was in a lot worse shape than we knew.
Yes.
Couldn't see, and
Well, I noticed, like I said, I noticed her. We meeting them two cars, one with the lights on, one was off. And she said, well, I didn't see that second car. And I said, well, it is getting kind of dark. You don't want to see, you know. And I didn't think anything about it. And then when we go over at...
hang on just a second. I got to call Amy. I want to know why she's going so slow.